Good morning, YouTube. It is 7:30 on a Friday morning and I just got back from the gym. So I figured it'd be a good time to start next week's video. Have you ever wondered what the traffic is like here in Calgary? Well, over the next few days, I'm going to highlight a few of the stubborn spots around the city. So let's go. Hi, my name's Adam Fyfe and I'm a local real estate agent here in Calgary, Alberta. Every single week, I try my absolute best to deliver something of legitimate value for my viewers and clients. So if you like what you see, drop a like and check out my channel. So how this is going to work is I'm going to record myself at different times on different days. I'm going to try to keep this brief and highlight some different areas of the city without diving into it too much and extending the video too long. If you have any questions, just reach out and ask. So let's check out what 7:30 in the morning on a Friday looks like in Calgary. So how this is going to work is I'm actually going to share my screen with you and just go over some of the bad areas in Calgary. Now, I've never done this before and I do apologize if I jump around a little bit, but I will try my best to keep this smooth, simple, and an eye-opening experience. So as you can see right now, when we start to zoom in, we can start to see some areas. So in my opinion, now that Airdrie is growing more and more and more, we're starting to see more traffic flows in this area. And what I think is some of the cause of it is you got Beddington Trail coming in here. So all these people from the north, all the people from Airdrie, all just kind of coming down and meeting in the middle. So what this does look like is traffic jams, and rush hour traffic does get pretty gnarly here, especially if there's an accident in the winter. Now, I'm just going to quickly highlight it. This road is pretty windy. So if you do not have good tires on in the wintertime, during rush hour traffic, there are a lot of cars on the side of the road. It is pretty crazy to witness. So you can see a little bit of traffic flow here. If we actually zoom into Beddington, you can see all the traffic does get backed up here as well. So if we actually just go right down, all the way down to the south, you will see some traffic back up here as well. So all of the new development down here is very popular and a lot of people coming in from downtown, going to downtown, and it does get pretty backed up. Now, it's not nearly as bad as, north-south, but it is pretty bad down here in the southeast. So a couple other highlights that I will touch on: the Glenmore Trail here, for the intersections for the industrial area, as well as Glenmore and McLeod Trail. Now, just touching on this one a little bit, this is pretty gnarly. So this little intersection right here, where it's little red, all the people coming down from the north and going up and over to the industrial section, they need to fix this for sure, because all of the people coming from the west also need to kind of go down, dip in, and then they can go north. So all of these people are mixing right here, and all throughout the day, this intersection at random hours gets backed up because it's just too many cars coming into one lane, and you get some backup here. It's very frustrating. A little bit of backup down here, nothing too crazy. So if I just zoom out again, looks like West Calgary actually has a little bit of backup here, which is kind of surprising. I didn't think it would be that bad during this hours, but here we are. So let's zoom out a little bit more. I like it in this macro shot. So I'm going to touch on downtown, and then I'll go over to Sarcee Trail. So downtown always sees a little bit of backup during rush hour. Now, I've noticed at Memorial Drive coming into downtown, this bridge, there's one intersection right here. I usually get stuck out. It's not too bad. It does get relief pretty quickly, but you do notice it there. So if you're coming from Airdrie to the direct downtown district, prepare to get stopped from traffic. So coming down here, all this orange, coming over here, all this orange. Now I'm going to just shoot over here to Sarcee Trail. This is an absolutely brutal intersection. They need to fix this intersection. If we zoom out a little bit more, you can see just the dark reds, the reds and the orange. I swear it's all throughout the day, especially rush hour traffic. They need to do something with this area because this is a very bad intersection. Once this highway here gets completed, they have started construction. Once it gets completed, we should see some relief here, but coming down from this area and especially turning north. So if you're coming over here and turning north, be prepared to go through 2, if not 3 lights during rush hour traffic because they just don't give you a long enough advance, especially coming from south to north as well. You do get caught in this intersection here. I would have to say this is probably the worst intersection in all of Calgary, to be honest. You see a little bit of backup here on Crowchild coming down to Highway 1. There are a little bit of construction going on in this area, so I do give them, a little bit of slack there, but you do get it backed up pretty quick. And then if we zoom all the way out, I am going to just touch on one thing that's not in Calgary because this is probably the worst intersection in southern Alberta, in my personal opinion, and that's Cochrane. So you can see here, if we just zoom out all the way, you can just see all the red and orange in this area. They need to construct a turnoff over the train here, a turnoff over the train, and they need to turn this into some sort of traffic circle because this is an absolutely insane intersection. Just look how dark red that is, right? All the reds. So if you're moving to Cochrane, you need to be aware of 22 and 1A. I would imagine they're going to have some construction here at some point because this is just a brutal intersection, especially on weekends. As we zoom out, as you can see, there are a couple of the bad spots. So this does play into where you potentially want to purchase your house and where you work, because having to add in some additional hours every day could be frustrating. So that's it for your 8 a.m. rush hour traffic overview. See you on the next one. So now that we had a look at Friday in the morning, now today, Monday, we're going to see what the traffic looks like in the afternoon. So right now it is 4:30 on Monday, and what we're going to do is look at Calgary. Now, looking at this screen is absolutely horrendous, and it kind of goes back and saying traffic just isn't that bad in Calgary. I don't know what's going on today, but it is 4:30 Monday, June 6th. And this is what we get to see. So this right here goes perfectly in alignment with what I have to say about figuring out what your commute is for work. A lot of people move into Calgary and they roughly know where they're going to work. So figuring out a home that has a good commute for you is vital for your mental health. I don't know about you guys, but for myself, getting stuck in traffic like this is very infuriating. So I'm just going to talk about some of the kind of the crummier spots today's video, and let me know if you have any experiences anywhere else in Calgary, because this is pretty eye-opening. So we're going to start off by looking at north, just on the way to Airdrie. Now this traffic backup is mainly caused by some construction here. There is a new overpass being built just south of Airdrie right here, and there is a lane closure. So I mean, cut them some slack. There is a little bit of construction congestion here. Now you do see this getting orange mainly up here, but this construction congestion is obviously causing it to be a little bit further back. Kind of the opposite. I mean, last time when we looked at this on Friday, you could see that the traffic was all the way down here. Now, if we go all the way down Deerfoot, you could just see the horrendousness of traffic along the Deerfoot Trail. So on the right-hand side going north, you can see a lot of people coming in from downtown and going up north. You can see just the dark reds here, basically standstill traffic. This intersection here, McKnight Boulevard, this one always gets backed up. Kind of the same thing down with Glenmore Trail and Deerfoot, where they've got two really busy lanes merging, and then you're also merging onto the highway here. Now it's unfortunate because this is not a free-flowing lane. This is actually a merging lane. So they force you to merge onto the highway, which always causes backups here. So if we just look all the way back here, let's look a little bit more on the east side, so you can see Highway 1 or 16th Ave does have a little bit of congestion kind of going outside of the city from a lot of people coming from, who knows, downtown. If we go down here a little bit more, you can start to see on the left-hand side going south, you got a little bit of congestion coming right off Memorial, going down there. Now this is pretty common congestion right here, and Glenmore kind of getting off onto and Deerfoot getting off on Glenmore, and then also pretty common congestion down here as well going south. So you can see just down here, it does seem to get backed up pretty badly there. So if we look, you got a little bit of congestion here and just a little bit right here going up north as well. So Glenmore Trail, I find that there's pretty much always congestion here on rush hour traffic. So this area here always seems to get backed up right at Blackfoot Trail, and then a little bit more over here as well, going on to Stony. As you can see, this area right here for basically the direct south of downtown, and then just directly northeast of downtown gets pretty bad. This is very common congestion here. So again, going back to that comment, make sure that you know what your commute is going to look like, and look at these numbers and look at this commute time before you make any big purchasing decision. I have clients that find that dream home, but all of a sudden that dream home turns to a frustrating home because their commute is just horrendous. Hopefully this does open up your eyes a little bit. So as we can scroll down, there is some congestion here. Again, this is a little bit more of construction related. They're doing some bridge construction here, so that is caused by that. This highway is brand new. Thank God. It's a 4-lane highway, and this has really relieved a lot of congestion along McLeod Trail here in 14th Street. 14th Street and McLeod Trail used to be brutal, but now because of the Stony Trail here, it has been fixed, and they are also completing the Stony Trail here, which will relieve Sarcee Trail. So I guess our next point of view will be Sarcee Trail. Again, this intersection, just like Friday morning, is horrendous. If you actually just scroll back here a little bit, you can see the red goes all the way up around here, and then it goes all the way down to 17th here. If you are going north and you're coming from this area here, you are going to get absolutely backed up all the way around this corner here. And then same thing if you're trying to cross the street. It just seems like it's a very fast light. They are trying to get everyone moving quickly, but the thing is they have advancements, and there's a lot of moving parts in this one intersection. So it is pretty bad. If you can avoid this intersection during rush hour traffic, you are not going to regret it. So let's just move on over. Crowchild Trail, this is pretty common traffic as well. So this does get backed up. You can see the red all the way going north to 16th Ave or Highway 1, and then you're getting a little bit of red going south as well. So this is pretty common as well. If you can avoid Crowchild Trail during rush hour traffic, you're doing good. Downtown core, you can see stop and go. There's lights and everything like that. The flow of traffic, there's a lot of one-ways, a lot of intersections. So this is pretty common traffic as well. So we just scroll up here. Let's see what we've got. Looks like, oh yeah, I've definitely been here before. So going up Center Street right onto McLeod Boulevard, this does get to be pretty busy, this area. And then we'll make our way up north. I can't really speak too much about this stuff here. You can see a little bit of backup here, a little bit of backup of Bennington. If you remember on Friday, there was a little bit of backup here. It looks like the reverse is true now, all the way going up here. So you can see pretty good in the northwest, nothing too crazy in the northwest. Let's look at that intersection in Cochrane. So you can see there's just a little bit of backup there. Again, this intersection needs to be fixed. There needs to be some construction done on this. That right there is traffic in a nutshell. I think you can clearly see some of the signs of places to avoid. That is all, folks. This is just a quick snapshot of traffic in Calgary. This is the first time that I've done that. So please let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how I've done. Let me know if I maybe missed something. Feel free to browse the channel, as I do create other forms of informative content just like this. So until next time, peace.